Darnish Haley and
I'm Chet Kransevich.
and
We got balls.
We got balls today.
We about to Bocce.
We're gonna do the Bocce. Darnish Haley here, about to teach you rules about Bocce. First things first, we gotta talk about this white ball. Down south, we like to call it little white horse. And you gotta get these big red balls close to little white horse, or you gotta hit white horse. And if you hit white horse, you win the game or that round. So give me that yellow ball. So this yellow ball, let's say I'm gonna put this yellow ball down here. Put this yellow ball down here and this white ball right there. So if that yellow ball's right there and I throw this red ball right there, it gets closer, the red ball is the winner. And that's the rules of this game.
I'm gonna instruct you on how to get the proper bocce toss. So many people will come up to this ball and they'll try to get the white ball, get their red ball closest by just going like this. Well, unfortunately, that gives you no momentum, and from a distance, that's no good. If you're real close right up on the ball, that might help you out. But in order to get your ball all the way to the white ball in a true bocce situation, you gotta get the momentum into the ball. So what we're gonna do is we're going to try and get a greater impulse. We're gonna bring the ball back here before we bring it up. So in order to make it go farther, we have to have force acting on this little red ball for a longer period of time by bringing it backwards.
Is this the correct way to, kind of get that momentum going? To try to strike that white ball as hard as you can?
Well, actually, Hunter, for this particular game of bocce, that's not going to work out too well. Because the more that you swing like this, the worse off you're going to get. If you let go right here, which oftentimes happens, and it takes the particular trajectory, it's going to wind up hitting the ground and bouncing, which will just cause all kinds of mayhem for your toss. And you most likely will not be closest to the white ball.
Right. Another question, if the question is rolling the best technique, or is strictly just throwing it and letting the ball bounce the best technique? So I brought my buddy Bocce Man in here. He's known to be the best bocce around town. So show us how to bocce.
Well, the way I prefer to do it is the rolling and not the bouncing. I like to get real low, almost to the ground, and then go back at a 45-degree angle and let it roll off your fingers. Like that.
Actually, Hunter, I'm really glad that you brought that question up. It's all about the situation and the preference. See, in some situations, you need the momentum of rolling the ball to get it to travel a greater distance to achieve the goal of landing right next to the ball. If the white ball is a great distance away, you're most likely going to want to roll it flat. If you throw it and bounce it, it's not going to go quite as far. See, you're throwing the ball and it's going to hit the ground, and at that point the ground is going to hit it too, and it's going to bounce up. Now, that's not going to necessarily make it go forward anymore. It's losing some of the momentum because the force is different. So instead of just rolling straight, it's going to bounce and go slower until it eventually stops. Now, a key component to your bocce game that you got to master in order to take your bocce game to an all-time high is moving the opponent's ball. My good friend Hunter will, what's the word? Demonstrate. He's going to attempt to get his ball closest and move it and put it in my way. Now that's a pretty good shot. He's going to take another one just for kicks. Now Now that's excellent, because where I'm standing, it's in my way of getting my ball to the white ball. So a key thing here is we're going to use Newton's laws. We're going to use an equal and opposite reaction. I'm going to hit his ball with my ball. Hopefully that's the goal anyway. So that is going to create an opposite equal reaction, moving his ball away. Here we go. Now that's perfect. See what I've done now? Hit his ball, not only upsetting him, but creating an equal and opposite reaction when the two balls collided. And it sent his away. They hit, and mine wound up closer. It's out in the boondocks.
What do you know? Now it's competition time.
We decided to take on our good buddy Mr. Bocce here and see who can do the best. We're going to toss the white ball out there. Mr. Bocce, would you like to do the honors?
Oh man.
Oh, he's just too far. Yeah, pal.
Alright. I like girl off the field.
Oh, that's pretty darn good. Okay, now I'm going to try bouncing it. I gotta say, that's a humdinger.
That bouncing thing works, eh?
Oh, that's pretty close, Mr. Bocce, but ain't gonna cut the cake.
Try this momentum. Woo! What do you know?
Let's go for that equal and opposite reaction. No, I got the momentum.
Who's gonna win? It's her hairline.
Right off the bat, Mr. Bocce's way out of here.
Yeah.
So we'll try to measure these walls first.
You measure mine, I'll measure yours.
Chetto's. He's about 2 feet in. About 2 feet, I say.
You're about 2.5. I think I'm the winner. I'm the winner.
No, man.
So now that all the fun and games is over and we taught you something about physics, hopefully, and a lot about the great family experience of bocce, we just want to take a serious moment here and make sure to tell you to bocce responsibly.
That's number 1.
Bocce balls and alcoholic beverages belong nowhere near each other.
Yeah, you don't want to get in them bar fights and stuff. Stay away from the alcohol.
Bocce is never a way to settle any debts. Bocce is just made for pure family and family-friendly enjoyment.
Yeah.
Thank you, and remember to bocce safely.
Remember,